to allow for people to hopefully tune in. I'm also gonna top up my water and um, get myself to the piano. So, and then we'll go from there. Let me see and put that on. Yeah, a little dark over there, even for me. Um, where is my sandals? I wonder. I think I just took them off by the door when I came in earlier. But I don't see them. Here's a pair of socks that I brought down there earlier, so maybe I can put these on. Oh, okay. I don't know which one I want to put on now. So I'm gonna need help making decisions all around with the, well, not all around, but and I really should have listened to Max's decision song. I mean, sometimes I have it on mute and I'm just chatting, and other times I truly do have it. Have it. Oh, I have heard it, but it's been a while. Put that there for a moment. At the moment, I'm kind of chilly and want to still wear the thing, but when I'm over there, I'll probably feel differently. And, although it's true, it did look like. So we got somebody here. Welcome. Oops. And a like. But I can't tell if you're still viewing because sometimes it goes to zero and this person is. Sometimes they're not. I haven't been rolling very long though, and hopefully you are still here. And feel free to comment and let me know. Okay, it looks like you are. So I want to start with the first part of this title. And it looks like you unlike now for some reason. I'm just kind of adjusting my water. It's not alcohol, it's just cold with, not cold, to make it perfect. Curious if you've ever been to this channel before and how you came across it. And I'm going to share a profound and deep thought that I've never, in all my thought experience and talking about the topic, I'm not sure if I've ever thought this thought before, and I'm curious your thoughts on it. And I won't say the word thought again. I'll just say the thought. And you liked it. You liked it. I like him saying thought an awful lot. I thought he would stop saying it by now. And I will. Here's the concept, idea, whatever you want to call it. Believing in nothing at all, as far as an afterlife in heaven, you could say, Carol, sorry that this is deep, and we can talk and we can feel the feels and we can talk our way through them. Not necessarily, saying, that they're wrong feelings or anything, but basically believing in nothing at all. I'm going to change the word because for some reason it feels softer. Deadens our loved ones even more and any opportunity to see or be with them again. Looks like the viewer left. So that was kind of bizarre. But there is a follow-up thought with that, though, as to how I can make sense of that as someone who doesn't really fit that belief very strongly. I don't know how that lighting's going to be, but I probably want is maybe that one. I don't know. Hopefully the person that just tuned in is the person that was here at the 2-minute mark briefly and heard the part that I just shared. If not, I can share it again. But I'll share my side of the perspective next, which is pretty much that I do believe in an afterlife, and that's comforting. I think that's comforting to know that we could see our loved ones again, and that they are existing in a different way now. Once they pass away. And thanks for the like. Yeah, I mean, to think of that not being a possibility is really disheartening. I feel like, and I know that it is. I know that it is. Um, but if you're curious, I can share how I feel the people that don't believe that. Um, how do I put it? That might find a positive within that thought, or might find a positive in their belief system, even though it's something hard. Um, so he's got music playing kind of loudly upstairs, and I don't want it to seep into this just in case. Oh, cool, second like, but at the moment it says that nobody's viewing. But one of them must be just viewing privately or whatever. And okay, now it says two suddenly. You didn't have to take the like away though. It's just the indicators being maybe a bit wonky or a bit delayed. I'm also going to do a couple songs. I'm curious, they are in the title. I'm curious if you already know them. If not, or even if so, I hope that you will like my version. And if you don't know them, I hope that you will get to like them because of my version. Now, there is something um, that my system had me do before I started, but that doesn't mean that, I mean, I didn't start right away, right after, not much after, and I might have to run upstairs and quickly do that. I also would like to please ask for your patience when I do these two songs because one of them I've heard before, not much, but maybe two or three times in the past. One of them I've never heard. Both of them I listened to just before rolling. And I'm thinking that I should be fairly easily able to follow the chords and lyrics. Um, I'm going to assume that maybe there's somebody watching right now because it said that there wasn't when the lights came in before. So if there is, and I hope that chat is working on this device because I've been a little unsure. Like I'll wrap up a video, it'll say one chat, but I haven't seen it. The other day there was one comment, but then I can't remember how many it said in the wrap up screen. But and I could say the person's phone it was a Mister. It said Mister. It was kind of a mystery. The person's phone must have died or something came up for them. I'm thinking fairly likely. But I want to know that the comment section is working as well. Yeah, I want to know that the comment section is working. I really do. And also, I would like for you to suggest for me, please, whether you would like me to do the songs in the title on guitar or piano, if you'd rather hear one on one over the other. And if you've seen any of our recent videos, by the way, you'll know that we have a new keyboard. So even though it's on, well, I could do it on the other piano, although I'm a little bit more kind of thinking towards the keyboard. And of course, I can use different sound styles and different styles. And I was playing with that last night, actually, or was it this morning? I think it was this morning, actually. Yes. But with the two songs, I'm thinking, because I'm not super familiar with them, but I think and hope I'll be able to pull them off. I don't think I'm going to play with styles. I could play with sound, so it doesn't just sound like a piano, if you'd like. But I don't think that the tunes need to be restyled. Sometimes that can be fun, and it's not a matter of need; it's a matter of it could be fun. But also, I just don't want that kind of distraction. So I'm hoping that we have somebody watching. I'm hoping that you can, and I would. And he's got the laptop. Otherwise, I'd just take a moment, go to the computer, add the comment in because I don't know how to do it via the phone. But it was working earlier today, actually. Come to think of it, and then for anybody who tunes in while I'm briefly away, because I have to step away for about 5 minutes. I know you just tuned in, so like I say, I'll leave you with a question, and in case you didn't hear it yet, it's piano or guitar for the titles in the songs in the title, the titles of the songs of the title, and which one for which, if you have a preference. I'm going to be using a keyboard. If there's a specific instrument sound that's not piano or guitar you'd like to hear, I can probably find it in the keyboard. And when I come back downstairs, I'll do that. And then if there's anything else if you'd like to talk about the other topic that's in front of the song titles, we can do that too. I just very quickly have to run upstairs. So guitar, piano, and on which song? Um, Although I will just say I may have decided on the one, and I forgot that. I think I have, maybe. For the Brother one by Codaline, and whether you've heard it before, I hope you'll enjoy my version of it. There is it sounds like a choral, like a choir at parts in the song, and I can actually do that on the keyboard. So I think that one's decided. Um, some people may say, "Oh, okay, well, how about one of each?" Some people will say, "Oh, I hear a guitar all the time," So I'll let that be up to you, whichever, whatever your preference is. And like I say, you can name any instrument. I might likely find it on there. So guitar, piano, or any instrument. Okay, so, and then the setup over here, right, that's probably just fine. Okay, we got a couple comments, right on. Piano, hi ANVB rather, so glad to have you here. I was probably talking about Max a little earlier. Since I know I missed you earlier, we're starting your day now, are we? Starting it off in a good way. Although kind of even we got a second person here too. So piano for which one? Or both? And do you want the big piano or do you want the keyboard? Like I say, we've only had the keyboard for a couple of days, and so I've been enjoying it. But okay, well, rise and shine to my ugly mug, no, just kidding, smiling face. What was it? You called me something kind of adorbs earlier in Mackie's chat. I forget what it was. Was it my man or something cool like that? Anywho, can't remember. Anywho, and as far as whether socks or shoes, I wonder if these shoes have actually been making my feet sore. Because I do wear them around the house sometimes and for the dog walk. And but that being said, I also felt like socks might get warm kind of quickly, and then I'd have to. But with the keyboard, some of them have very resonant sounds. We also got another interesting instrument today, actually. We have some brass ones, but this is, right into your culture, actually. Good morning. Well, here it's 20 to 9 at night, but we got some Crystal singing bowls. I actually recently got a subscriber named Crystal, but she's actually on the younger side and might not know what those are. But man, you put the heat on, but it don't feel like it. I also appreciate the second like. I'm not sure if it just came in. I sort of think it did. And I'm just going to play with one other thing. I'm wondering if I want to soften the lighting in here a little bit and how it'll look on the screen. I think I did that last night and it looked all right. It's just sometimes I get a little sensitive. It's late at night, so I might end up finding this too bright mid-song. Let me just see what this looks like. Might find it too dark mid-song too. Oh yeah, that's fine, eh? Not much different really, but it is in the room. Okay, so I think they call it, yeah, they call the style voice, and then choirs start on the 079, so I can factor that in. Okay, so again, I appreciate your patience and understanding with these two songs. I'm still learning. Let's just put it that way. But I can follow chords and lyrics if they're done well. This one, it says you can leave out the B minor, or is it major BM when they put it that way? I don't know. And G chords in the chorus if they're too difficult because they come fast. It will still sound okay. So we'll see if I decide to do that. Looks like we lost one of you. Sorry, I sometimes ramble. But I think it's ANVB that we still got. You're like, surprise, it's the other one. Or, surprise, I haven't left. Hey. So this one, if this doesn't go well, this particular song, there is an Avicii song, I believe, called Brother, which I believe I might know better. I just forgot. Oh, it's right here. Okay, yeah. So this is, I found this in a playlist that I've been browsing for a couple of days on one of my devices. And like I say, it was slightly familiar to me and very ironic. Not only the opening scene of the music video, but just very, I believe so, yes. But just very ironic because of a couple of things that have recently happened in me and G's life, or G and I, however you prefer it. He might be having the last conversation with his brother before he passes away. His sister, I mean, I don't want to get into too much details, but you know what? He's just as likely to blurt it out too, I think. Just in expressing things, being reminded about something. Um, the sister recently did, like a few weeks ago. And yeah, like I say, now it's looking like that call may have happened tonight, but it looks like it will happen tomorrow instead. And basically, um, basically, you guys just like this all the time, right? So I thought of that a little bit. I didn't know the guy very well, and there was an age difference, and also the brother had a lot of challenges with mental health and mood stability, I guess you could say. So it was difficult. It was actually, I was actually podcasting when I got inspired to do so the other day, but it was actually kind of hard because I listened back to a couple of voicemails. And this was a while ago, and he had said he was in the hospital. And he's also said he owns a tour bus, which he doesn't. And it's not that he's necessarily lying, it's just that or maybe it's that he's dreaming. They sometimes use the word delusional. But he had said he was in the hospital. I think maybe they thought, well, we're in a different province, first of all. And he may have thought that he was joking. But it's interesting because he did ask for one or either of us, and he says that he didn't know if he'd ever spoken to me before, and I don't think he has. I think he's kind of heard me in the background on a couple of calls, saying a couple of things in the past. And otherwise, he hasn't. In writing, he writes in like this code language that, yeah, you almost have to be related to him to understand. Um, but it was interesting because he asked, can one or the other of you contact me? And we didn't at the time, but okay, he's just coming out of the room. Hopefully I didn't hear that. Didn't at the time, but I guess we'll see what tomorrow holds. And then mine, can you turn that down a tad because it's seeping in? Sorry. Mine is not the greatest at being in touch and really only messages in one particular way. I've tried to bring him onto the YouTube. I don't think he spends much time on it. Right now, he's in the middle of possibly considering a career change. And he's been a music producer actually for a long time overseas. That's going to seep into here. YouTube might not like it. Thank you. I guess sorry about that. And a career change. And so, in other words, not working right now. And his partner's in Germany doing photography stuff. Ironically. Gosh, you should meet Maxie, eh? I'm just going to open this briefly while I'm talking to let some air in. I don't know if I want to put on the AC or not. And I shouldn't turn off the heat. Anywho, so so he's alone and out of work, and doesn't seem to be any quicker getting back to the message. I mean, he's been a bit quicker in the past couple of years than he used to be, and it's not like it's ever been anything. Well, sometimes I try and open up to him, but not really anything hugely urgent. But I found myself recently, and I think it's because of what G's going through, and then I'm not sure what else, but I found myself asking him, "Are you alive?" And he says, "Oh, I very much am. And here's what's going on," kind of thing. And I think I've just got to accept that even though we don't not get along, that we just maybe aren't meant to have a close connection with each other, him and I. I think he did work quite a bit before. I don't know, that's what and it is what it is. So, I mean, we're both going through things with our brother. So there's the brother update, brother. But they're nice to have, regardless of how they're made up. Sorry, I have an itchy nose. Okay, so I'm going to try this song. ANVB, are you still there? I don't know if you're just listening quietly, slowly waking up, or if it's somebody else at the top right now. But okay. I know it. Okay, cool. Any thoughts on that? I'm just going to close this for a moment. And hopefully not get too warm. Do you maybe want to put that on? I mean, it is still hooked up. You might bounce off things and. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try the songs now. Brushing your teeth. That's good to keep your dental hygiene up. I had to have one pulled a while ago. And I was talking about, I mean, as much as you can like a dentist, I don't mind mine. My mother's sibling actually is a retired dental hygienist teacher, I believe is what they call them. Anywho, glad to have you and your pearly whites here. As we sing songs that make us think of the pearly gates. And we talked a little bit about the afterlife. I think may have been on Maxie's, because sometimes where the deep stuff that's where the deep stuff comes up, and sometimes it's here, right? But I don't know if you were here right at the beginning. I mean, I haven't been rolling that long, but if you heard my deep thought based on the non-song part of the title. I want to also take a moment to mention here. I like to take a moment. Lately, when I say that, I think of a show which you may or may not be familiar with, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, instead of the stale Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know. So I'd like to take the moment to sit right there and tell you how I became a Prince of Bel-Air. Just kidding. Welcome, second viewer. At that note, me being silly. I'm thinking of writing a song inspired by somebody, maybe not for her son, who I never knew, and I barely know her, but on the concept of, and there are songs kind of about this, but kind of not, leaving flowers at strangers' graves. Because she has said that she does that sometimes, and she's actually from your country, ANVB, originally, I believe. She says that she does that sometimes ones that don't seem like they're visited. The concept of giving shoes that the person owned to homeless people, which I'm sure more than one person has done. I don't know. I guess I could write that as a very general idea for a song too. And if anybody watching this has ideas for lyrics to that, we could collaborate. Okay. I don't think you've heard me do music yet either, have you, A&V? Like, in general. Like, not just within this one, because I think you've only seen one or two of my videos. And then also, yeah, um, yeah. The other thought I kind of already said in the beginning of this, so if you missed it, you can see it later. Okay, let's give this a try and see how it goes. No, if you play, it's going to be the first time. Okay, do you have headphones on? Because it also may or may not be loud. And I don't know if you have other families sleeping or you live in an apartment. Um, and I'll say that to anybody that's watching. Anybody, all the time. You never know when I'm going to get rowdy. Even I don't know until it happens sometimes. Okay, here we go then. You're all set. Okay, like I said, I've never played this before, I don't think, but when we were young, we were the ones, king and queens, oh, we ruled the world. Smoked cigarettes, and no regrets. I wish I could relive every single word. We've taken different paths and traveled different roads. I know we'll always end up the same when we're old. And when you're in the trenches, and when you're under fire, I'll cover you. I was dying on my knees. You would be the one to rescue. I was dying on my knees. You'd be the one to rescue me. And if you were drowned at sea, I'd give my lungs. He had a collapsed lung, so you could breathe. I've got you, brother. I've got you, brother. I've got you, brother. I've got you, brother. Oh, brother, we go deeper than ink. Beneath the skin of our tattoos, he's got a horseshoe for dad. Though we don't share the same blood, you're my brother and I love you, that's true. Living different lives, heaven only knows. And when we make it back, if we'll make it back with all our fingers and our toes. 5 years, 20 years come back, we'll always be the same. I don't get that part though. I was dying on my knees. You'd be the one to rescue me. If you were drowned at sea, I'd give my lungs so I can breathe. I've got you, brother. I've got you, brother. And if we hit troubled water, this is where I'm really guessing. If we have troubled water, be the one to keep you warm and safe. We'll be carrying each other till we say goodbye on our dying day. I've got you, brother. I don't want Trigger G, he is home. I've got you, brother. I've got you, brother. I've got you, brother. If I was down on my knees, you would be the one to rescue me. And if you were down at sea, I'd give my love so you could breathe. I've got you, brother. Got you, brother. Oh, you practice feels like you've already. I kind of read that as I was playing. Yeah, I've been doing music all my life. There was the added effect, but no, I would agree that that came out pretty well for the first time playing it, and that's not me bragging. That's me being honest. Um, and that's me echoing what you said. Speaking of an echoey sound, um, if there is a song that you hear that you know, unfortunately, if it's an Indian song, I probably don't know it. Um, that I never listened to that kind of music. In fact, I have open on the laptop. I'm not really a metal music fan, and I'm really happy to see that there's been a second one here since a little bit before I started the song, actually. Feel free to weigh in. Don't be shy. Glad to have you here, and I'm curious if you've ever been to the channel before. Um, I'm not really into metal music, and for reasons that one might guess, and we don't have to get into it. But I recently learned that there's such a thing as Middle Eastern metal music, and that intrigued me. I think I actually may have learned it via Maxi. Me and A and V follow a German musician named Maxi, but he does quite well. So I won't tell you his lot because he does quite well. And sometimes things are a little bit quieter here, sometimes, and it's always nice when they're a little bit more active. And it doesn't take much. One or two or three or four people. I'm not going to say I wouldn't want more than that, but I'm satisfied with that. And I do and don't think that's a unique thing as a YouTuber. Anyway, point of the matter being, have you listened to the songs I mentioned yesterday, such as? I barely remember this morning myself, so I mean, you're asking me about yesterday? This is why I record my life so often. Oh, okay, right. No, that was today, I think, actually. No, I still don't know them. I got distracted, and I'm not sure if I was really drawn to look at them that much, but definitely I could consider it. But what I wanted to ask is if you know any very common mainstream around the world songs that you would love to hear in a different genre or style, either of you, any of you that see this. What are the songs? What is the genre or style you'd like to hear it in? We'll compose a little something together here. I'm just going to look up that Avicii song, and then I'll do that other one. I don't remember if it's two V's, two C's, both. I don't think I spelled it right, though, but it might correct it. But I don't think that's going to come quite near. I'm going. No, that podcasting. Yeah, he was in the hallway, but he may have been back into the room with his music playing while I played that song. So I didn't know if he heard it or not. But I'm meaning to throw this out. Just a minute. Now, I have a couple of things to say about Avicii, maybe three, and I'll rattle them off here. Yeah, I don't know those. But I'm going to say three things here about Avicii. One, there's a theater festival I would love to submit something to, and it's not all musicals. I mean, so what if it was, but it's not. It's people telling their stories about their life. It's really a lot of variety. I don't know how so many people successfully enter, and some get like consecutively most years, because it is actually not only a random draw for the shows, but it is not cheap to enter. Sure, you might make some of it back, but barely a profit in some cases, especially if your show struggles. So it's been a bit disappointing to me. I might not get into there. And I wanted to do a tribute show. One of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to do a mental health one about the afterlife, maybe even combine them. In fact, I think that the idea I had for the Ray show was, everybody loves Raymond, but this is Rochelle. Was going to combine all the ideas, DOT, mental health, like I say, music. But they had buskers there once. And as someone who's often been low income, aside from the fact, although the one guy sounded, well, very Edinburgh, I guess, they were from New Zealand. And I will never forget when they said, oh, we'd like a tenor or a fiver or a tenner or something like that, like as in bills, um, blah blah blah. But if you can't afford that and you just want to come up and shake our hand, give us a hug. They were buskers, um, and I don't know if I did because I may have been rushing to a show or a shift or something, or home after being tired, um, from a show or a shift, um, or just there was whatever that day was actually the last thing I saw one of my young friends at that passed away. Anywho, point of the matter is that they did their acrobat type stuff to an Avicii song. But yeah, I always remembered that, like how they also spoke to the ones that every little bit counts, and sometimes your last, thankfully I've never been struggling quite that much, but the concept of sometimes your last few dollars are like precious to you because you know I don't know how to say it, but so the fact that they were considering everybody was really nice. The other thing that I was going to say is just gonna set this to a little bit more height. Um, I did work on a show that only ever debuted online. And I don't, you might be curious about it, but first of all, it was like 2 years ago. Even though that page we haven't posted a lot to because we've been doing more on YouTube here, it would be hard to find it. It also goes by G's full name, which we don't really want to put out there. But it was a show about adoption, basically, and identity and being yourself in that. And I did um, a song by Avicii in that show, and it's interesting because I now identify with this, and I wrote the thing primarily anyway. I now identify more strongly with it than I did even when I wrote it. I still did in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, you could talk to me for an hour and then talk about the show and say there was things in common, you know, but perhaps even more so now, and that's interesting to think about. And then the only other thing is I once had a former best friend and whose mother's name was Vicky, and in fact, there was a tribute band thing there ages ago that we not at the festival, but just I believe it was just there. Um, Actually, I don't know if it was a tribute band or if it was just a tribute to a singer, and they had a big screen and they just played their music. Um, Anywho, blah 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 blah. I thank you both for listening to all of that, and like I say, don't be shy to keep the comments coming. I'm just going to take a bit of water, and then I'll do this one, and then I'll do that one, and then I'll do any other requests that you have. Now I turned the heat down, not off, but maybe we'll just turn it off again. I'm really warm, and it doesn't seem like there's much air coming through there, and it doesn't really seem like there's much. Well, I don't have that on the coldest setting. Maybe I should though. I'll try that. And after this song, if it's still not, turn off the heat. Okay, so I'm really curious who the second person is. I know who one of you is that's watching, but I'm really curious. I don't think I'm that scary. So feel free to even just a hi, hello, and but happy if you say more than that too. So this song, I think I'm going to try and play with styles a little bit, and hopefully we've figured it out, so hopefully I can figure it out again. I haven't had this instrument for very long. That sounds right. Pause it for a moment. Now this, I don't know what I'd call this song style-wise. Actually, I think I'd call it pop folk, believe it or not. I wish I had something with a list of it. Like, this manual is pretty thick. It's not all English. I wish I had something with a list of them, because, but I have it on this built-in screen too, so I'll just scroll. Then I'll just, the first one that jumps out, the first style, and then I'll do the song. I really appreciate you both being here with me tonight, and enjoying listening. And like I said, hopefully enjoying chatting too. Let's try this, maybe. Not that fast, though. And I think I'm going to turn the heat off briefly. I think I am. It's not central air, but that's all I know. I'm just really warm. Stop that for a moment. What time of day is it? 9:06. Okay, it's not that near 10 at all. Now that's still very, very fast. How did it get to almost 300 in speed? Oh no, but okay. What does it sound like when I add a chord to it? Very cool. Hey, brother, there's an endless world to rediscover. Hey, sister, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Hey, brother, do you still believe in one another? Hey, I don't know if that one's working. That particular, I feel like it kind of is, but let me just see what else I can find here. Style. He was so happy that I discovered this earlier and doing so well, stylizing things. But it's a bit of a try and decide if it works kind of thing. Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. That sounds very much like it. I think I like that. And then I know how to add the ending. I don't know how to do like a middle thing. Okay, so let's give it a try. Chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. Second viewer, are you still there? Are you awake? Have you liked yet? Have you subscribed? I hope so. There is 2 likes, but the other one may have been there before you. Okay, let's do it. I shouldn't put anything on the screen, actually. That's not good of me. Alright. That's as loud as it goes for some reason. Hey, I like how there's, even though it's just 3 words, I like how there's 3 words in this song before I switch the chords. So I can do this thing that I've already done a couple times, but I'll do it again. Yeah, I'll do it again. Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. You know this song, MVB? Hey, sister, called Unplugged. Hey, sister, there's a water sweet, but blood is thicker. You get your country. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world. Still got that. And you can change that too. I'm just playing it. Yeah, he sounded familiar with it. Vox Humana. Let's try that mix with it. Do you like that? I don't think I do. Let me find a different sound to go with the style. Because then I can combine them, or try to. Growl sax? What does that sound like? Breathy. Do you have a favorite instrument? By any chance? Like the sweet trombone. The sweet trumpet. How did I not notice that before? Sweet muted trombone. And yet you can still hear it. The whole trombone section? I don't know about that. It's a pretty oomph sound. I've never heard of this instrument. It's a Sauvage. I think somebody other than AMV just went. It is a bone cracking. Is what it is. No, Savazando. There are more common instruments on this thing, but there's also some weird ones, or just some funny names for them. You have a flute sound, yes, and I have a feeling. G in the GNC is actually a flutist, and he is home, but he's distracted. But this is at 79%, and he might come into this depending on how much longer I'm rolling. We're having a good time. You're enjoying your weekend, I'm guessing. It's it Sunday there or Monday? Either way, seems like you're having some time for yourself. Curious what you got going on today, if you have a busy day. But yeah, so you might. But anyway, yes, we do have flute. We have sweet flute. I don't like that one, so if you do, oh well. Yeah, what's your Sunday looking like? Is it a sunny Sunday? That's actually beautiful Sunday. It is my beautiful day. When they say that you love me. I'll see these pictures right above it. My, what a beautiful day. And then there's also grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Ba, 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 ba. And then there's also our dog, Sonny. Yesterday my life was full of pain. Sonny, smile every and really ease the pain. Dark days are gone, bright days are here. My Sonny one, so sincere, oh Sonny, oh so true. I love you, Sonny. Thank you for the sunshine bouquet, Sonny. Thank you for the sun you bring our way. Da 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 da. Oh, desire, Sonny, oh so true, is what Cher would say. I love you. If you want to hear any Cher songs, I might be able to do that and share it with you. An English teacher taught us the song. Oh, is that cool? So, are you living in India? And what's it like there? So I'm going to play Hey Brother. Yes, so we got piccolo, pan flute, ocarina. Those are... And then Fargo, Stardust. Those are the ones that do the flute category, though, those first few. So if there's a preference, we got flute, regular flute, piccolo, pan flute, which we actually own, recorder, and ocarina. So let me know. I'm just going to go grab something quickly. Sunny, you're so true, I love you, I love you. Yes, I do. I'm going to get into it now. I'm going to need more into it off camera. Sorry about that. I'll come back into it here. Okay, so being quite familiar with that kind of flute, I would say that doesn't really sound like it. I think I like the piccolo. Kind of feeling that one. How does it sound with this? this road to rediscover. Hey, sister, there's what is deep, but what is real? I don't know if that's working. Oh, when the sky comes tumbling down for you, there's nothing in the world I wouldn't do. The volume is too much. Oh, the flute volume, yes. The other one, this is as loud as I can get it to go. I think there's another setting in here somewhere, but I don't know how to find it. Not bad in person, I guess. Hey, brother, do you still believe in one another? Sounds like I focus on my vocals more when I'm doing this. Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? I wonder. Oh, and the sky is falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. So am I all you expected from the chat? Sorry. This is a loose cover with very much ADHD in it too. But I don't feel like restarting it. So. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I'll have to try that sometime maybe when it's not triggered. Because you can go pretty deep and pretty high. And it doesn't exactly how it's Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. This almost feels like it was made for that. Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? Oh, let's get to the change here. And if you're far from home, oh brother, I will hear your call. What if I lose it all? Oh, sister, I will help you out. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I don't know if I like that though. I was just mentioning to someone that I know that I was going to be rolling. In fact, I interviewed her on my channel a few days ago. And I guess I was asking if she knew. I didn't ask whether she liked these ones, but that reminded me I was going to try that other song in the title. And for anyone who came here and maybe stayed for a little while as I noodled around with Hey Brother for about half an hour, they may be like, was he going to do that other song? No, I guess not. But you're still here, so that's cool. You're the best. And I'm going to try this one. Now, I know I pulled the other one off. I feel even less confident about this one. And part of it is because I've never heard of it before. But we'll give it a try and we'll see. Thank you for being here, brother. As you may have noticed, you're the only one chatting and you're the only one here. And this is why, I sometimes feel bad doing it. And it does. It varies. It varies. But a lot of the times, it's unfortunately very quiet. The algorithms aren't working in our favor sometimes. And it's not that I want it to be spread around the world, even though this is YouTube. But a little bit more appreciation would be great. I don't perform out very much. I don't do bars. I don't drive, really. So, neither of us do in this house. So, and there's a lot on YouTube. It's true. So, it's part of community building, and Max has got a lovely community on YouTube here, and I do too, and I'm working on kind of, putting content back out there again. Other person left at a kind of odd moment, but anyway. This is why I sometimes say, "Oh, come check it out. I really want to go live," because it's like, I need to be heard, man. Just like a lot of us, right? And he's doing all right, and he's guaranteed to be going for a couple hours. Sometimes so am I. Once I get started, we're already on an hour mark, but sometimes not. Yeah. So if we're still going in the next 30 or 40 minutes, you might get to see a live flute player in the live stream. If not, probably tomorrow. And I just poked my foot with the pedal of this thing, my bare foot. I'm a bear. Rawr. See? Just kidding. Sorry. Just showing you I'm furry. I don't know. I'm just being a goof. Anywho, let's try this song, why don't we? Instead of acting like sober drums. Drunk sober. Yeah. One thing to know about me is I'm free-spirited for the most part. No filter. Just in the coffee maker. Okay, let's try this. Do you know this song too? It's, I don't think I have the right song up. Cool. I know I don't want to say certain things, but some people are more uptight than others in certain things. I'd be very curious. I hope you won't mind me saying this, but I am. I'm mostly very curious. I have a video about dogs, and I'd be curious your thoughts on them. The song that I had the wrong one up. All I had was the title, and then I clicked the first one that came up. Kind of like they did with the group, but at least she said, whether it's because she randomly and ironically came across my channel and heard me complaining about it, or somebody else said something or not, or they just had a bit of a thought and they're kind of like, this song mentions drinking, and if that bothers anyone, just step up for a few moments. And somebody did. One of the sharks. Anyway, I'm just going to top off my water, and yes, I'm curious if you know the song. On my channel, I thought you'd only seen a couple of videos on my channel, or 3 at most, and there's not that many about dogs. So are you sure you're thinking about me? It's not that it's unlikely, and now I'm thinking of somebody I know that passed away that was actually, he was a dog breeder and a horse breeder. Shorts. Oh, you found those, did you? Wait till you see the pants, I tell you. And other fashion accessories. Okay. What do you think of him? From what you see, he was quite young then. Now I don't like the song because people recognize him and know where he lives, I'm seeing why I'm not finding this. So you like him? Yeah, he's very friendly. Today he was a bit annoyed by someone, actually, because they have dogs, but yet he didn't seem like a dog person, because he just kind of stood there, and our dog likes to kind of jump up and say hi. I think maybe it was that he didn't think that was polite of the dog, perhaps, so he's like, I'm not going to give you too much of attention, but then he decided, like, how could I avoid this cute dog? So he put his hand down and said, you want to, smell my hand or whatever. But yeah, he's more like, not always, and he when he gets loose bits of fur, we have to kind of pull them out because he's got really thick fur. Sometimes doesn't like that, or he's a little touchy, but usually Usually is more of a kissing type. I hate to say this about our dog, but he's kind of a slut. He'll kiss anybody. Today was actually the first time we were in our basement looking at a product that we were selling for somebody, which is how we acquired the crystal bowls. And look at the money here. Basically, I noticed that he was I mean, that's not unusual, but for some reason I noticed it more, and I was like, oh, he follows other people too. Does he follow anyone? It's not just me. I always felt so special. So do you know this song, Ed Sheeran, Love Who We Love? Chords. Find it for me. It's not finding it, and I'm not sure why. That was the name of the song, right? I found it on this device, so now I can't look. I could go right from the video, but I'm not sure if it would wrap it. I don't know what it would do. If it would keep it, wrap it up, lose it. And I don't want to take that chance. But I thought it was called Love Who We Love, Ed Sheeran and Sam Smith. Do you have another device? You don't listen to Ed Sheeran. Purposely? Or you just don't? Are you, like, in other words, are you against it? Are you anti-ginger, man? I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna take a moment to process that. I'm just kidding. I used to, now I don't feel like listening to him. Okay. Truth be told, he got a lot of airplay for a while there, so maybe it's just that you got a little. I hope you never feel that with me and Maxie, especially me. I think of myself first, you know. But either of us, I hope that, you know, is that what it was? Is just hurt him too much? Or does something turn you off of him? Sometimes things are misunderstood, or you can find a way to accept certain things, but no, I've gotten like that about, you know. And sometimes it's disappointing. It's like, I want to still like him, but if I tell you a song that I like, you might get my taste. Like get your taste. Okay, go for it, I guess. Are we still talking about Ed Sheeran or what? Because I could go for days on that, about him. Just kidding. I'm in a daze. Almost. Oh, so you're not getting spicy. Okay. But no, well, it works out for you, though, because I can't seem to find that song. I might try again later. I don't know why I'm not finding it. The other one I was going to do. Learning lots and lots about each other and loving it all. I hope my friend Sam is okay. Or is it Samantha? That's Sam Smith. My goodness, he looks a bit like G. Plus an earring. Well, another one that kind of fits this theme is Visiting Hours and Supermarket Flowers. But you were going to mention another song? Yeah, I typed what I think the title is, chords, their names. It's not finding it. It's finding articles and videos. So, done as much as I can do with that one for now. I'm going to, while you're writing your next comment, I'm going to do this one. I think it was somebody in Max's video. They'd asked about a song from a sitcom. And I thought I'd covered it the other day, and then I realized, no, that's the theme song for the show. This was one where he wrote a song for his wife, and it was pretty much just Doug and Gary, Doug and Gary, Doug and Gary, over and over again. Like, I'm not going to do that. There's no substance to that. I have, but I don't know any of the music. It's, I don't mind hard rock, but if they're more, yeah, no. Try again. Not to be a tool. I have some tools in a carrier right behind me, actually. But no, I'm not really into them. Sorry. But it does make me think of the Tool Time theme song. Speaking of TV theme songs, if you have any favorites of those, but dun 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 dun. Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna top off my water. Providence by Poor Man's. Yeah, but I still don't know it. And what is up with the what is a poor man's poison? That does make me think of another song. Do you like the Beatles by any chance? Because there's a song. There used to be a show. I don't remember much about it, although that I think it was in Providence, Rhode Island. And it kind of fits with the theme of this song. This certain to where I have to remember to tell Sean that it was at the end of, and hopefully I'll be able to remember what video. John Lennon? Well, of course. As opposed to John Lemon. All my life, waiting for somebody like you. I thank God. So you liking my singing, eh? Okay. I know the band Poison, but I don't want to be poisoned. So I do have. So yeah, I don't readily know those, and I'm not really sure if they'll be my type of. I am diverse musically, I promise. But like anyone else, there are certain things that I like and certain things that I don't like. Cool. So this one is just short, like it's a show opening song. Maybe I should do it as a show closing and be awkward like Gord's checking in, checking out. I don't know how you would be about a semi-religious song, somewhat religious. I did it not long ago, but I don't think you heard it then, so I could do that. But I'll do this short song, I'll do a Beatles song, and then the thing I'm following the music on might have to be plugged in. This ain't doing bad though. 74, 934. And yeah, I'm just going to top off my water and get a stretch. My knees get tight sitting on that. That's the height of the seating or not being able to stretch out or something. I think you said that you're in your early 20s, if I remember correctly. Do you have much knowledge about or much interest in singing bowls out of curiosity? It's getting late. I'm struggling to put together words. Good thing all I have to do is read them then. Read them and sing them, eh? Okay, so this one's kind of interesting. Yeah, 23, and I listen to music all the time. Well, of course, it's a big part of a lot of our lives. What about singing bowls? Ever heard of them? Krista or Brass? Thoughts? It's just, oh no, it's a tiny one. Really? Is it that hard to find one here? Shouldn't be. This one's got stuff in it. And then we got recently some crystal ones, but we're not sure if we like them. But it was kind of and I think they're two different sets, but anyway, it was user delete. What? Turn the thing back on. Okay, I might want to get creative with the sounds and stuff on this. Yeah, they're from Nepal and Himalayas and other places like that. The cheesy organ. Tell me when to stop. Say when. don't care if you said Brent or not. I think I like that one. Sorry. Let's say Win with Styles. Try it with the style side of things. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. The one where I left off when I was doing this a while ago within this, yeah, I had to start the thingy again because something weird was on the digital screen, and also I went from that, I think. So this one, if you say so. Doesn't sound very good with that though, so I'll just do this. Ooh, that doesn't get me. Back is getting tight. Sitting here in traffic on the Greensboro Bridge tonight. But I don't care, 'cause all I wanna do is cash my check and drive right home to you. Yeah, baby, all my life I will be driving home to you. That was very obscure, I know, as the second viewer comes in. But welcome. Glad to have you here. Curious if you've ever been before and how you came across the channel. I'm just going to try and find... I used to play saxophone, actually. So I'm going to do a Beatles song. I could probably have in me one or two more if one or both of you want to suggest one or two songs that are very well known. Not that I don't know obscure stuff, but I mean, like I said, I knew that one because it was a TV show theme. So there's something like that. Just not any. Not that I feel like I know some new shows, but I didn't have cable as of 2008, 2010, somewhere around there. So anything I see now is on YouTube, shows or things I've taped or whatever. But a lot of the shows, some of those shows were reruns. So I mean, and then I'm gonna do a Beatles song. But saxophone, you say? Saxophone solo. I can't do solos on this thing, I don't think. Especially not being much of an improviser on this thing. That's G in the G and C. But and I don't think the saxophone sounds real great in this built-in preset, but let's take a look and see. A lot of the string ones do, though, actually. But I don't want to do none of your requests. Like, that wouldn't be very great. So let me see what I can find here. Tuba, 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 tuba. If I went past it, I guess I did because I went really fast there. Tried to think of the church thing. Why am I not seeing it? I know it's in there. Oh, it's under brass. It was for the previous song. Oh, so you don't want me to keep hunting for saxophone? Is that what you're saying? Because I think I found it in a quick way. 8-5. Okay. They have sweet tenor. Sounds very breathy. And sweet soprano. If I had a preference, I'd say the second one myself. Some instruments I don't think you can digitize. They just don't sound as good, or it's an acquired taste, saxophone, right? But it's just hard to sound like a saxophone unless it's a saxophone. You know what I mean? There. I think we're going to play with styles, though. Because I mean, even though I'm an instrumentalist, I am primarily a singer. Yeah, not the sound that I had in mind. Or the mind that you had in sound? Okay, let's see here. So do you know this song, Beatles? I know it's a bit of a mouth trigger for me, but a little bit of a quick story about the Beatles. A couple things from my life, um, ironically because of the song name. Um, I used to do open mics when I lived. I had one at the end of my street, actually, one point in time. And now there's been a few people that I knew from there that have passed away. Some were performers, some were just people that went there. And also, I don't live near there anymore. And the host has been acting a little bit awkward. But if you don't mind hearing a somewhat faith based song, I might be happy to do a song called Checking In. However, um, as I stretch out completely for a moment here, there was a guy that had lived in the UK and Vancouver Island, which is ironically where two of G's siblings, both of the ones passing away, are. And so they grew up, okay. But and this guy had lived there. He's since passed away. He lent me his guitar case, which I still have. It was a spare one. He had a more than one. That's what a spare is, right? Unless you're talking about bowling. Anyway, and he has done musical work with David Bowie and the Beatles to some degree, as well as performed with a lot of local people, including me. Not in a band. It's just sometimes he'd come up on the mouth organ or the guitar and join us. In fact, I think there's a video on my old Facebook of him and Clark and I up there. And Clark passed away a couple of years ago, and his mother at 104 passed away a few months ago. And if you really want me to be open and honest and eccentric, let me know, because I have a bit of a story about David Bowie, who is also very open, honest, and eccentric, right? So it works. And also, do you know the song? Believe it or not, I am getting tired. It is late here. But do you know the song In My Life? I'm trying to think of it. I'll let you respond to any of that which strikes your fancy. And then yeah. Just gotta look at styles for a moment. Harmonica is in here, by the way. I'm actually kind of curious what that sounds like. What title? What topic is it under? I'm not doing a favor doing this, I'm sure, but whatever. The screen's lit up. Pretty sure I saw it in here the other day. Okay, but you were still here. So did you hear what I was saying? And any thoughts come float into your mind? I'm just looking for the harmonica. So what kind of breakfast do you eat there? Out of curiosity, anything interesting? Because I bet you there are some people of that culture that eat very similar stuff that people not of that culture would say is not breakfast food. Just a thought. I'm not meaning to be mean or anything, right? But where is that darn thingamajig? So I'm just looking down at the screen here. I feel like I'm getting close to it. Maybe not. I'm in things like xylophones right now. Well, I'm back to the organs. Percussive. Organ, flute. It should be in the flute section, I would think. Here we are. Doesn't sound like one though. Not at all. Not at all. Disappointing. But I can't believe how easy it's been to figure out the stylings. It was frustrating us the day that we got it when we were looking at it. But we've since figured it out, no problem. I should get this song played before I get down here because it's a bit deep, but I don't think it's going to be down for another little while. I'm at 34% on the thing I'm following music on. I do have music books, but anyway, so I've given you a lot of thoughts and probably a couple questions, so I should slow down for a moment. Maybe even do a song. Which has fast key changes. And I don't know. I think it's just that kind of song. I don't think I could find a version of that would be different than that. I also wish, this is a pretty long keyboard, I wish that I could stand it up and play standing sometimes. But it doesn't have that kind of stand. And I appreciate that you're multitasking a little bit, but you're still here. Just keep on with the chatting, and I appreciate that too. Okay, style. I guess having it playing like that allows me to hear it. And it is a kind of a fast song, I think. So this is how you access the menu, and this is how you control what you do with it. Okay. I don't know if that was sounding very good. With that, it also depends on the ones that you pick, because like with that one, I almost felt like the tempo needed to be faster. And also, you can change the tempo of a song or the key or the genre, and it just sounds like a version, but if you do it well, it can amazingly still sound like the song, which is a nice thing about music. Like some people, they'd look at this and say, okay, this would be this. Let's go with that. I'd say this wouldn't likely be this, but let's go with it anyway. I don't often, well, I sometimes have this much energy, I sometimes don't. I'm glad you don't mind. Hip hop Beatles. Yeah, man. Let's party, yo. Yeah, man. Let's party, yo. Yeah, man. Let's party, yo. Party, yo. Party, yo. Here we go. Sounds more like Greggy, but anyway. There are places I remember all my life, but some have changed, some forever, not for the better. Oh, gone, but some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall a dead end, some are living. No, it's either too fast or it's not working. I appreciate the patience of the second person that just tuned in, because I'm experimenting with a new keyboard and different things within it. Glam piano. Ooh, baby, here we go. Do you want the tempo up a little bit? I don't know. I think so. I'm just going to turn off this because I don't think it's going to be down yet. Okay, here we go. A and V, you know that what you're watching is cool right now. The other person left because they weren't sure. They'd never been here before. You love this sound, current one? I do too. I'd love to geek with this thing. It's like having a portable band. But again, no car, not like bars. Bars allowed, they're closing. What's a boy to do? What's an individual to do? Come on YouTube, find their audience, maybe make a few bucks, spread the joy and the music and the love. That's what. It's really fast key changes, which may or may not work with the style. That's the thing. Here we go. There are places I remember all my life, for some have changed, some forever, not for better. Almost another one seems like it's written for. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends, or the same thing. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living in my life. I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there's no one compares to you. All these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that met before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Yeah, you know I'll never lose affection for people, things that went before. You know I'll always stop and think about them. In my life, I love them all. My life. That sounds great. Elton Johnny. That outro, pre-made outro. Sounds very Elton Johnny. Love this song, cool. She does a lot of classical, but not only. I think I'm going to wrap this up with that other song I mentioned. I'm kind of feeling it. I know I did it not long ago, but I'll do it now. If you have another song request, feel free to make it. And you can hear this religiously or not. With the club beat. Hello, yeah, it's me again. Time for checking in. Thought you should know how things are going for me today. I've got sunshine at my feet. I got a little to drink. Where's the tempo thing? I up my head, got my mind in my bed. And no, I got you. If you're not already dancing, I'm gonna get you doing the Macarena. I don't know if you live with anybody, but in a moment, you're gonna be like, I'm awake! I'm doing the Macarena with the guy in Canada. Woo! So many friends and Jesus comes to take them home. Because I agree. And I know that and I lost seven's game. And oh, me again. If you're local and you recognize the song, if you see this part now and a half minutes in, don't say where we're at, but say, hey, I know it from such and such. Hello, it's me again, Time for checking in, thought you should know. Checking in, thought you should know how things are going for me today. Well, I got sunshine at my feet, I got a little wine to drink, a roof above my head, and oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. Hi, George, Clark, Roger, Chris. Sorry if I'm forgetting any. Hilda? This is the outro? I love that outro. It's very gradual. That is amazing. Let's do the Macarena, everybody. Are you ready? Woo! DJ at this party. I had macaroni tonight, and now we're doing the Macarena. And then I should go make sure that G's still standing and dancing and doing good. La Bamba. Now, I did just realize something. It's in Spanish or Mexican or not English. And I probably can't pronounce most of the words. I didn't even know it was called La Macarena Acordes por la Rio. I had no idea. But this is nostalgic from childhood. You know, when people used to do jump rope in school or this dance or prom or whatever. There's also To the Back now, y'all. To the Side now, y'all. What's that song? I can't remember. Not Sir Mix-a-Lot, but there is that one. Anyway, let's try it. I'm just going to do vocal things because I don't know how to say the word. You know what I thought the words were back in the day, but I don't think they are? Not a lot of people can do the Macarena. Not a lot of people can do the Macarena. Not a lot of people can do the Macarena, but hey, Macarena. I'm kind of a Hey, dare I try some of the words? Why not? Sorry if I say anything wrong. This is an experiment. I'm gonna need some water. Hey, macaroni. Not a lot of people can eat macaroni. Everybody else puts other kind of noodle. Not a lot of people can eat macaroni. Hey, macaroni. I don't know. Don't mind me. They like it to a couple of macarena. Go tacos a papa de la allegra. Que cosa brana de la caparina. It's Canadian though. Do you see the A on the A note? Not the E, A7 to be specific. Hey, Macarena. I can't. I'm getting too tongue-tied doing that. Where's the other part though? Where does it change? Hey, Dos Amigos. And then turkey in the straw. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I appreciate it. You know what? I feel like I'm cramped. Like I've been sitting at the piano for a little more than an hour doing this concert, and I need to dance for a moment. So I'm going to start that style up again. I don't know if the outro changes depending on what note you're on when you do it, but I just want to try something here. I haven't done it in ages and I feel so lame. That's enough of that. I don't know what these. I don't know if they're faces or what those symbols are again, but I do see a music note. Got a second person here. There was already 2 likes, so unless you were here earlier and gave one of the likes, hopefully you'd be liking this. You're here. Been here for a few moments. And also, remember to subscribe. This is not just a music channel. We also talk about wellness, mental health, and this is all part of the wellness experience. Healing, psychology, people and the funny things they do sometimes, supporting each other, yeah, and sometimes other random stuff. I kind of want to go check on G and the G and C upstairs for a moment, but I just want to try this first. I don't remember how the chicken dance goes. For some reason, I associate it, well, not for some reason, I think for obvious reasons that I can't seem to verbalize. When I think of Macarena, I think of this. I'll go. I don't know. So I'm curious where the other person's watching from, if you'd like to say, and what time of the world it is in the world it is there, and what time of the world. And yeah, I guess there's no lyrics in that song, eh? I'll be right back. So if you have a song request, what a way to start a day. Gonna grab my breakfast. Thanks, Bill. I'll be on my way. Okay. All right. Yes, it was great. Thanks for being here with me when it's otherwise been quiet at times. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad I could bring this all the way to India for you. Tell your friends. They don't mind quirky, free-spirited, no filter, and the stuff that I said this channel is about, and various music. This is the place to be. No specific time. I was going to say like Maxie. Unlike Maxie, who's, usually very specific, he's been a little less specific lately, though. Where he's doing it, when he's doing it, how he's looking while he's doing it. He's really keeping us on our toes, isn't he? But you gotta love it. Gotta have it. Crib school lifestyle. I don't know. I'm loving it. Heck yeah. Oh, and I think you were, was it there or somewhere else? Oh, that was just a weird thing about cat first. Did you say something about how earlier and I said I prefer heck? Did you remember that? Or do you just prefer heck as well? Axel, perhaps? Just kidding. From the middle? Get back to me on that one if you don't know already. Okay, it looks like we've lost a viewer, so maybe I should, or at least it looks like it. Maybe I should wrap it. Nope, but somebody else just either one of you came back or it's like, oh wait, he was asking me a question. I better answer. And then leave before he asks another one. The way he asks questions. I'm just kidding. I can be curious at times, that's for shizzle. But whether it's stress or other things I'm afflicted with, or just pure tiredness, I don't always have this much energy. I've been energized in this podcast by our viewer, so I appreciate that. By our viewer and the music, yeah. But right now, it doesn't look like there's anybody here, so maybe I should wrap up. The only thing is that if chat doesn't show afterwards, then it looks like it's gotten no comments, when clearly it has. But if someone says, "Why would somebody really roll for almost 2 hours if nobody was saying anything to them? Let me watch and see." And then they'll say, "Oh, okay, I'm just not seeing it." And it's weird. Like this morning, we looked count, the on the one video he was looking, live chat didn't show, and on the other one I looked at, it did. So I don't know. It's funky like that, but okay. I feel like I haven't seen G in ages. I guess like an hour and 40 minutes, plus probably 20 before I started this. So hopefully he'll be down here soon. And thought I was hearing blows from up there. And you get to meet them. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up before anybody else tunes in, because I don't feel bad doing it.